They blocked my driveway, so I gave them an exit they'd never forget. I came home from a Saturday morning grocery run to find my driveway completely blocked by a shiny black pickup truck. Not just partially blocked, parked straight across it like it was a barricade. On the windshield was a laminated HOA sign, event parking, temporary use. Temporary use? I wasn't even in their HOA. My little 2-acre property sat just outside their gated subdivision, grandfathered in from the days before their brick walls went up. My father used to say, that gate keeps me out, and I'm just fine with that. Apparently, their temporary use meant using my driveway as a loading dock for their annual neighborhood art festival. I called the HOA number on the sign. The president herself answered, chipper as could be. I explained the situation. She said, oh, we'll have the truck moved in a few days once the event's over. I told her that wasn't acceptable. I needed my driveway cleared today. She actually laughed and said, well, you'll just have to park up on the street like everyone else. Then she hung up. That's when I remembered something in my garage. Something from my years running a small landscaping side business. A few boxes of powdered gypsum and bentonite clay, plus a big bag of lawn seed. Nothing illegal, but combined with water, it turns into a thick, sticky mud that hardens like cement once it sets. I got to work. First, I uncoiled my hose and dragged it across the driveway entrance. Then, I generously sprinkled the gypsum, bentonite, and seed mix all over the gravel and asphalt around the truck's tires. I followed that up with a slow, steady spray of water until the ground turned into a sticky slurry. The mix oozed under the truck, clinging to the treads and wheel wells. It was the kind of mess that, if left to dry, would take a pressure washer and hours of scrubbing to remove. Within a couple of hours, the HOA president came marching down the road in wedge heels, clearly not dressed for mud. She shouted, what have you done to our event vehicle? I smiled, leaning on my hose. Just improving my driveway. Perfectly legal, helps the soil structure. She threatened to get the police involved. I told her to go ahead. The sheriff's deputy arrived later that afternoon, took one look and asked, is this your property? I said yes. He shrugged and said, nothing illegal here, ma'am, before leaving. The next morning, the truck owner himself showed up, trying to back out. The tires spun uselessly, pattering mud all over the pristine black paint. He got out swearing, slipped, and almost fell. By now, the HOA Facebook page was lighting up. Whose truck is stuck at the north gate? And can we get this resolved before the event ends? I stayed quiet, occasionally strolling out to check my lawn improvement project. Every few hours, I'd give the mixture another light misting, just enough to keep it soft. On day 3, a tow truck arrived. The operator spent an hour just digging the tires free before hauling it out, leaving deep ruts in the driveway. That afternoon, the HOA president came back, holding a folder and looking like she'd bitten into a lemon. They offered $1,200 for driveway repair and a signed agreement promising they would never park any vehicle on my property again. I added a clause, $500 per day for any future violation. She signed. That evening, I raked the driveway, spread fresh gravel, but those bags of gypsum and clay still sitting on a shelf in my garage. If you want more HOA revenge stories like this, hit like, subscribe.